I mean, they got some good shit.
Chemicals.
Chemicals.
Yeah, I buy my shit on freaking Prime Day.
Oh, when's that?
I think it just passed.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Should have told me I would have probably bought all my stuff in
Bro,
bulk.
there's
or some
freaking
shit.
ads and shit for all over the place. I'm like, oh, let me check. No, actually, this year there wasn't that many deals.
There wasn't?
No.
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 Well, Black Friday.
Black Friday coming up.
Yeah.
Well, I got no money right now. I fucking spend all that money on the guitar right now. I
For real,
gotta pay
huh?
this shit off in 4 months.
Damn, bro.
I got a balance of like 1,700.
We gotta hope this podcast kicks
Yeah,
off.
I gotta pop off, dude.
Yeah, I gotta
But
pop off, dude.
You know what is a deal or what's not a deal?
What?
What is a deal?
What's not a deal?
What is a deal?
What's a deal?
Getting Deadpool and Wolverine in one movie.
That is true. That is that. No, that's not even a deal. That's a wish.
That's
and
a
it
wish,
was a wish
and it
completed. You know?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the review room. We're gonna be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Da-na-na-na-na. I'm trying to do the X-Men intro. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I actually tried to learn that shit on the piano.
Yeah, you should.
But, I was gonna play it at freaking work.
Aw,
At the
shit.
piano. So recently, me and my wife, we binge watched all of the X-Men movies.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
I wouldn't say necessarily that I'm a big Marvel fan. That's actually going to be a first for this channel, talking about Marvel.
Oh yeah,
We haven't
because
talked
usually
about-
we would talk about like your favorite movie and stuff, and it's always like Marvel.
And I'm usually not a Marvel person, so I kind of have my vendettas against Disney. So I'm like, fuck y'all.
Dang it, Disney!
Yeah.
See what you did to my boy.
But this movie, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good.
And that's me coming from someone that doesn't really like Disney or Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I prepped before we watched Deadpool and is it Deadpool and Wolverine or Wolverine and Deadpool?
I think it's Deadpool and Wolverine because it's
Yeah.
based off Deadpool's movie. But
Okay,
yeah.
so I had read an article saying that it was like a list of movies that you should watch
Yeah. Oh,
before
like
you
watching
watch before you watch Deadpool.
Yeah.
And so it started from the original X-Men through all the way into like First Class, the first and second Deadpool movies. There's like Last Stand.
Was it like showing you like in order or?
Yeah, it was a certain order to watch them
Oh,
in.
okay, cool.
And so I was hopping back and forth between X-Men and Deadpool because I guess the chronological
Yeah, it kind of
stuff
like ties
happens.
up. Yeah.
And I didn't know that one of the X-Men movies was. Oh shit, my stomach.
My boy
Oh,
hungry.
yeah, I'm hungry.
You gotta eat them stale popcorn.
One of the X-Men movies, they were actually like, you know what? Forget about this shit. Skip this one and watch the next one. And it was the one with Wolverine, the Wolverine origin. I think it was the origin.
Oh yeah, Origins.
Yeah.
Is that when it shows like him fighting World War II and
Yeah,
you know,
I forgot which one it was. It was the one specifically with Deadpool coming back, like Ryan Reynolds coming in early before Deadpool came out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That one.
And they made fun of that one actually in this movie, yeah, because it was so bad.
Yes.
I forgot which movie in the movie it was, but I remember I watched it and I watched through the series. I'm like, why was that? I watched the one before it, I watched that one and the one after, and I'm like, why was that one so bad?
I think it was Origins.
Yeah,
I'm
was
pretty
it
sure because
Origins?
no other Wolverine that I think was bad. I think it was just Origins.
Yeah,
Did it come with like the guy with the nails?
yeah.
Then that's Origins.
Yeah,
it's
the brother,
Sabretooth.
his
yeah.
brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw that one. I was like, why was that one so bad? And I freaking look it up, and everyone's like, skip that movie, don't watch that one.
No,
I was like,
yeah,
oh shit.
yeah,
And they're like, forget about all the stuff that you saw there because they're not going to include any of that in the rest of the movies.
Nope.
And so I was like, oh, all right, so fucking delete that shit.
Yeah, bye. Off your
Erase
memory.
and then continue watching the movies.
No, and I agree because it's like nothing to Hugh Jackman. You know, fucking great actor.
Yeah, no, he did his job really well. Yeah,
No one's gonna top Wolverine like he did.
Yeah.
I think that role was meant for him.
exactly.
But I
yeah.
think, you know, then again, writers, producers, they hire the actor and I'm like, hey, we want you to do this,
Yeah.
right? And he's gonna be like, okay, he's gonna go in there, do his best.
Yeah, there's only so much he could do with the lines that he's giving
Exactly.
with what
Yeah.
he's doing.
And what's he's working with. I'm
Yeah,
like having
exactly, yeah.
a little
You're
bug right there,
having a
like
seizure right now, dude.
fucking Android right there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I watched all of those up until I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, and like I said, I'm not a big Marvel person or Disney person specifically, but I actually thought it was kind of. I like that it's a different take on what regular Marvel movies are.
Yeah.
Where it's like how Rashad had told us, told me specifically that it's a movie that makes fun of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, breaks
Yeah.
the fourth wall. You know,
Yeah.
now other Marvel movies do that. You know, they don't
Yeah.
really. If you noticed, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think was the very first, because Deadpool wasn't even Disney yet. You know, they were thinking they were still Fox.
Yeah, because they had their split.
They had their split.
where they were trying to do like
the whole deal of bringing him into the universe, you know, right? So I think the first curse word that was said by Marvel was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when Star-Lord, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, so you have to explain.
Well, yeah,
I'm
just kind of chiming up to when we're talking about like how he said, you know, the F word, he F-bombed, you know, the first movie. Then Deadpool came in, and then I was like, fuck it, you know, the audience was okay with it. Let's bring in Deadpool and Wolverine, and we'll have the gore, you know, not the gore, but like
it does have a lot of gore,
you know, and then the curse, you know, cussing and stuff like that. So
a lot of sex stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, for something them to bring him to Disney, you're like, okay, they, you know, loosened up. They saw the audience was like cool with it. You know, of course, you know, people that still watch those type of movies, they're still watching them. You know, we're the one that go to the theaters and, you know, support it. So for this movie was fucking amazing, dude. Seeing them both, you know, not from the comics, not even from like the shows, like seeing them live action. With actual Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, you know, because remember he had retired.
Yeah,
so just
Logan,
like, fuck,
after Logan,
you know, after Logan, you know, you're like, damn, who else is gonna play? You know, we're never gonna see that. And then once we saw the trailer and, you know, him, you know, teasing, asking Hugh Jackman if he wanted to come back, he's like, yeah, screw it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I was just like, bro, like I'm glad to be alive and, you know, able to see that.
Yeah, there's one calling back to Logan. When we were watching it recently, that freaking scene at the end had me fucking tearing up, dude.
Right? Yeah,
and it wasn't specifically when Hugh Jackman died. It was when his daughter, I guess you could say, came and she had the cross and she turned it on its side.
Yeah, to the X-Men side.
I'm about to freaking
right? No, I was like that too. I was in the theater and I remember just like hearing people, especially girls, like sobbing, bro, and you're just like, me too, but I'm just not sobbing like them. But it's like, fuck, you know, because
at the end of the time, you thought it was the end of the legacy. Like that's where
that's
ends.
the end of all the OG X-Men. He was literally the last OG X-Men. You know, because Professor Heck died in that one too.
He had died in that one too.
And then the fact that when she flipped that and hit right to the heart, I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, when we were rewatching it, I was like, fuck, damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's funny how that movie gave you that emotion, even me knowing already that there's a Deadpool Wolverine, like it still gives you that emotion because you're so invested. I as far as like all the X-Men movies that we saw, I feel like that was the best one.
I agree. I agree. You know, and for me, like just the storyline, you know, for those who haven't seen Loki, it ties up to Loki. You know, of course, because it's all with the TVA and the time. Because in Deadpool 2 at the end, Deadpool, you know, it goes back to save his wife, you know, trying to change. That's true. Kills Ryan Reynolds from the Green Lantern. What else does he do? I think he goes and talks to Hugh Jackman at X-Men Origins.
He says tying up loose ends and stuff like that.
So that ties up to Deadpool and Wolverine. He even says, oh, was it that time that, you know, like I went back in time and did all those stuff? And they're like, so the TVA is part of the Loki, you know, Loki seasons and stuff, or, you know, all the seasons that it had. I think it was just like 2 of them though. Yeah. And so it's just, you know, you guys, if you guys haven't seen Loki, or those who are trying to understand, you guys probably did after watching the Deadpool movie.
I haven't seen
Loki.
Any
Was
of
a
the
good
other ones.
Loki was a really good show. Loki was a really good show. You know, Tom Hiddleston as well. He's a good actor, especially playing as Loki.
I had seen some of the trailers for it, but obviously, I mean, I don't really watch stuff, so I saw it from the perspective of an outside eye that has only seen X-Men and up until Deadpool and Wolverine. And so but I like that this movie let me watch it without having to watch all the other Marvel movies.
Exactly, So it wasn't like you have to go, I have to watch fucking the Infinity Saga. None of that.
Exactly.
Like maybe just watching the Loki, but it doesn't. You don't have to watch all the seasons to understand who the TVA are. You know.
I like that also, that because I do, like let's say for instance, if I want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I have to watch 1.
Of course.
If I want to watch 3, there was a third one,
There's
right?
a third one,
I have to watch 1.
Yeah.
If I want to watch the Infinity series, whatever,
you have to watch
there's like 10 movies in there that are in there. And this one, I watched Deadpool 1 and 2. Deadpool 3.
No, they really did say you have to watch back. No.
Yeah, I didn't have to watch anything else to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It sounds weird for me to say this, but I liked a Marvel movie.
I'm glad to hear that.
So this story follows it's like a cross between both movies colliding, right? Between Logan and Deadpool colliding.
Yes.
And it does follow the story of Deadpool and Wolverine, specifically a Wolverine from a different universe, right?
Yes, because, you know, and I liked how they didn't mess with Logan's timeline.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing I was worried when I was when it was coming to this movie, to the, you know, me watching it, I was like, fuck, hopefully they don't fuck up Logan, you know, like I don't want it to bomb, you know, in a bad way, and then they fuck up the whole Logan trilogy. And you're just like, fuck, you know, like they made Hugh Jackman look like a, you know, like an idiot or something. You know, they just killed it, but they didn't even touch that.
No, they left him dead, it as it is, and they brought another one in from
which was amazing. You know, and I like the parts where he was jumping into every multiverse or every universe to find a variant. And you know, you got to see Henry Cavill, which was fucking badass.
I thought that was with his freaking motorcycle.
Yeah, dude. I already kind of was like, that does not look like Hugh Jackman, like from the back, you know. And I was like, oh, that has to be Henry Cavill. And when he did his face, I was like, I fucking knew it. And Deadpool was right. You know, he spoke for everybody else. It feels right, and it did. Like he kind of fit in. I'm not saying
fit the character.
The character. I'm not saying that he should take over Wolverine's place, but it kind of fit him. You know?
Yeah, it did.
It was just fucking. And I like the part. I don't know if people noticed it, but if you've seen Mission Impossible, when the bathroom fights, I think it's 3. I don't know what number is it, but where he reloads his arms, he did the same thing in Deadpool, where he goes and he takes out the claws and he punches Deadpool. I literally calls back to that movie. I was just like,
is it supposed to be like an Easter egg from
it's like a little
Mission
like
Impossible?
Yeah, it's kind of like I would say Easter egg,
like, because he played that same character. Oh no! It's just a scene.
It's just a scene. It's a bathroom scene where he's like fighting this Chinese guy, and he like gets up and he just like goes like to his arm, and he just like start fighting the guy. And he kind of did the same thing in Deadpool and Wolverine, which is pretty funny because it's like, oh shit, like, you know,
if you've seen the movie, you get the
the reference exactly. There you go. And then, you know, you get the short Wolverine. That was fucking hilarious. That threw me off. I was like laughing. And then leading on to other comic accurate, you know, the Hulk and Wolverine. I wish we could have seen like at least 30 seconds of a quick fight. I swear, bro. I literally like almost jumped out of my seat when I seen that. Once I seen his claws come out and I seen Hulk, I was like, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
like,
shit.
If I see that,
then they just like cut it like
like
right after you.
Yeah,
like,
and
no.
I was like, fuck, dude. Like, how you get that? Was like blue balls right there.
Like, I didn't get to bust.
Yes, dude. No, for real. Like, literally sat with blue balls. And I was like, how you gonna do this to me right now, bro? Like, come on. Like, comic accurate, you know, suit.
Yeah.
You know, where they're fighting, and just, I wish it would have been a different type of Hulk. I wish it could have been the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Is that his name?
Oh, okay. Wait, not the one from right now. The previous one.
Yeah. I think it's Edward Norton, right?
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
It's the one that's in between Eric Bana's Hulk and the one from now, right?
Yes,
it's the one in between there.
That would have been badass, but I think they went with, you know, of course, because it's Disney, so they kept it with the current one, which is not bad. At least we got the Hulk, you know, but. That dude, I was like, no fucking way they're doing this. So they did a really great job on doing that part. What else? And I think just moving on forward with the movie, like, there's a bunch of scenes with, you know, having the originals, you know, like, are we getting to the spoilers?
Yeah, we're going to spoilers now. And I feel like for this one, you should actually be commenting more on it, because I understand the references in the movie, but I don't understand where it branches out to other things.
Oh no, yeah. So that
and then, like I said, I mean, I'm not a big Marvel person, so I don't really watch that many, and it still stands on its own. And I would definitely recommend to watch it.
Definitely,
specifically if you watch. I'll put the link to that article about the order to watch the X-Men movies, because I used to watch X-Men when I was young. I think that was like in the TV, like when there was a cartoon. Yeah, and I used to watch that all the time. And it was cool kind of seeing the progression of how, like, it came from a cartoon all the way up until now. But yeah, no, there was a lot of freaking Wolverines,
like cameos, you know, original characters from, you know, previous Marvel movies that came back. That was really cool. You know, getting to see Chris Evans back. You should have seen me, bro. I literally had fucking jumped to. Like, I was like, no fucking way. Of course, my first thought was Captain America.
He's back.
You know, I saw the red and blue. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the thing. Red and blue, and I was like, no way. But then when he said "Flame on," I was like, shut up.
Oh, God damn
that even made me laugh more. I was just like, no way, he's coming back for his, you know, original character. And then getting to see the original Sabretooth, how we were just talking about how they brought back the same actor from the same. And then, you know, the guy Pyro from the X-Men.
Oh yeah, that's true. The kid, right? The one that ended up going with Magneto.
Yep. And then what else? Getting to see Blade come back.
Oh
Elektra and Gambit. Gambit finally to have his comic and his chance. What's his name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum getting his chance to play Gambit as he's wanted in the previous years.
Oh, so it's something that he's wanted. Yeah,
something that he's wanted. It was like in his bucket list. Like like I want to do it. Like I want to do it. But I think it was just never in the works. And that's when they went with that other guy for Origins.
Oh yeah,
that guy. Yeah, I don't even know why they put that. Yeah, they should have. And I think Channing Tatum was in talks to get put in Origins, but I think something had happened with
oh well, thank God that they put him in there. That movie bombed, dude.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, and I'm glad they waited till Deadpool, and bro, his fucking scenes and just his aura 100%, 1,000
is Gambit supposed to be like a Creole, like from the South, like New Orleans?
No, I
because
think
he got that French.
Yeah,
like,
I think he's got like that
accent,
French. Yeah, well, I mean, then again, I don't know if he kind of nailed the accent. I would say a little bit. I wouldn't say Then again, I'm guessing it's pretty hard for some people.
Yeah, well, every time I kept seeing his character, I kept thinking that it was like a comedy skit. Yeah, that's one thing where I'm like,
it was like
I thought he was. It sounded like, I mean. I know two Creole people. They call them Creole people. They're from the South, like French people from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a certain way how they talk. And I felt like he was talking, he was kind of making fun. Like when you make fun of someone's accent? Like that dude kind of making fun of the accent.
He's like, I'm about to make a name for myself. Yeah,
exactly.
That shit was funny, bro.
But no, for sure, it follows obviously both of the characters, and they go through this whole. It was one thing I was gonna say that I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really long movie.
Yeah,
there was a lot of stuff going on all the time. Runtime, I don't know as far as runtime how long it is.
I think it was like 2 hours.
Was it? But it felt like they packed so much.
So much.
Yeah, and like the pacing of it was like it felt like there was so much going on.
Yeah, to sunk in, you're like, fuck, what's going on? But it was, to me, I don't think it was a disappointment that was long, because I was like, fuck it, I want to keep going with this. Yeah, I wanted more. Give me more. And for me, like seeing Blade, seeing Elektra, people had forgotten, that haven't seen those movies, was got kind of in little like comments that Deadpool was telling him, like, oh, I thought you were retired, and he was retarded. I was like, no, like, don't cancel me now, like just shit like that. I'm kind of seeing how Ryan Reynolds and Blade used to be in the same movies.
They used to be in the same movies?
They used to be in the same movies.
Really? I didn't know that.
And there was like an ongoing thing where, like, I guess he hated Ryan Reynolds in the movies and stuff.
Really?
So he's like, oh, like when Blade tells him, oh, I never, he's like, I don't like you. He's like, you never did. So I kind of like, Easter egg references, it's kind of cool, like how they break the fourth wall, and seeing the other Deadpools and seeing Wolverine and Deadpool fight each other. That was kind of badass. Seeing them fight so many times in the van and in
I was actually gonna say my favorite scene was actually them fighting in the van.
In the minivan?
Yeah, with the music playing and stuff, and they're again.
That part was funny.
Stabbing each other and
that
stuff.
That part was funny, bro. Like that, I gotta say that was. And then they keep going. Of course, they can't kill each other.
Yeah, they can't kill each other.
And I like how they just end up like they're just like knocked out, and they're like tired. Deadpool's like wrapped up with the seatbelt, and then the food's just like out. And that shit was pretty funny. But I think overall the movie was really great. They nailed it with I would say the writing and linking it up with Secret Wars, and all that stuff.
What's Secret Wars?
So Secret Wars is like, I guess, like where Doom would take place, right? So
Doom?
Dr. Doom.
Oh,
so they introduced
I was thinking freaking Doom from freaking Doom Eternal. I'm like, God damn, dude, that's Marvel.
He's coming out too,
That's
bro.
Marvel? What the fuck?
No, I guess it's because they announced, Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, which is gonna be fucking crazy. Because it's like, what the hell?
Oh, that's true.
Homeboy's Iron Man, so that's gonna be kind of cool. Russo's brothers coming back. That's tying up to Secret Wars. A lot of Easter eggs. There's a magazine that said Secret Wars on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for that to see how that kind of like ties up. So, but yeah, it's a long thing to go to.
It's so many movies
so much to talk about.
Through.
Yeah, but
so going on about the movie with Deadpool Wolverine, what was something that you didn't like?
Ooh, I feel like
if you have to pick something, like you have to pick something.
Okay, so let me think about this one. So this one for sure that I think I wish they could have done better, or not done better. I think they could have, I think they could afford to put a little more cameos in there.
Oh, really?
I'm just being stingy.
Yeah, you're being stingy.
I'm just being like.
I feel like there was a lot of people in there.
I'm like, give me more. I feel like they could have gotten Weapon X, or not Weapon. I think that's Deadpool. Wolverine. What's her name? Laura. They would have given Laura. That's the girl with the other claws.
Oh yeah. Oh, she did come out on there though.
I wish they would give her a suit as well though.
Oh, okay.
Like
instead
a Wolverine kind of like just her wardrobe. Like I feel like they could have gave her outfit.
She had those little sunglasses on.
That was kind of cool. So going back to Logan, but I feel like they could have gave her like at least her outfit. Like
she has an outfit.
She has an outfit. She has a Wolverine outfit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So that would have been pretty cool to kind of see. I think.
If you had to be nitpicky and pick something there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a Marvel guy. Like I gotta kind of point out. I think just the Laura part, and I think I could have seen. I wish I would have seen more of a Hulk Wolverine.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. Maybe they're saving it for later on. They're kind of. I'm pretty sure they're teasing us for a future fight.
Yeah.
Maybe in Secret Wars or some other kind of Marvel development that they're making.
Yeah,
but
maybe that fight scene is in a different movie, and you see Deadpool come in the middle of the movie.
Yep. I wish I could have seen more of that. But I think that's something very small, nothing too crazy. Because like I said, I'm overall like again, I love action. Hell action scenes.
It's pretty much all action.
And it's a Marvel movie, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Unless if it's like a really bad movie, then I'll be like, okay, well, it's trash.
It has a combination of like the slapstick style comedy from Deadpool and the seriousness from Wolverine and X-Men.
So that worked. It was a series of emotions, like a roller coaster. You're like, oh shit, I'm happy, and then you're sad, and you're like, oh fuck, So I feel like for me, it was just like those kind of little small details that they're not big, It's more of a perspective of me. Like I wish if I was like to be a director, I would have like, oh fuck it, let's give the audience
let's throw everybody
more cameo.
in there.
Let's bring in Storm. Let's bring in Magneto. What's his name? The actor's name?
Who? The one that plays Magneto?
The old guy. What's his name?
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Bring in Ian McKellen for a quick, cameo or whatever.
Throw freaking Gandalf in there.
That would have been fucking funny.
Throw in like some other people for freaking. Throw in the freaking Minecraft people in there.
They did put a lot of like little Easter eggs about like previous movies, like Thanos' ship, Star-Lord's ship. You see like I said, Secret Wars magazine.
So I had a question about the whole Ant-Man suit.
Yes.
Well, what the fuck happened to that dude?
So I don't know. So if you watch, I think it's Ant-Man 3. Well, he's he grows big and shit.
Yeah.
So it must have been a variant of Ant-Man, I guess.
And the dude just died. He got killed.
Got killed when he was like huge, and he just fucking died and stuff. And because the reason you're in there is because you did something that the TVA didn't like, right?
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna prune you, or if you try to do something, you fight back. They're like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna prune you. You're gonna go to the void.
Into the freaking
so
universe where nothing exists.
Where that where that thing is there. So I'm guessing he had done something that was like either that or just his suit, went along with it. But he ended up there. And
so another question that I had, and it goes along with one of the things that I didn't like about the movie is Xavier's sister.
Her twin sister.
They throw her in there like I'm saying, like the movie stands on its own, and up until when they throw her in there, it's expected that I'm supposed to know who she is.
Yeah.
Did she come out in another movie?
No, so she's just basically off from the comics. She's just like off screen, someone that's like, I wouldn't say not meant to be put in screen.
Yeah.
But they try to bring her out, like saying, okay, let's bring out these characters that people that haven't seen in on TV or in animation or anything.
Okay.
They might have put her in animation. I just haven't seen it, but for sure in the comics, I guess Professor X had a twin sister who was just evil, and that's who she is in the movie.
Yeah, that's who she was.
And I'm guessing TVA didn't like who she was going to turn into, so they fucking right away
threw her in
there.
So that's what I was wondering, if like she had come out in the previous movie, because they kind of throw her in at the beginning. She has like her entrance, and it's expected. Me as a person that doesn't watch Marvel,
right away know who
she is, and then they go through this whole thing up until they say, oh yeah, they have a really long conversation before it's revealed that she's the twin sister.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know who this character is, and it's kind of revealed like I'm supposed to know who. Obviously, if you read the comics and stuff like that, or you got the references from other movies, you know who she is. But me as a person that doesn't watch Marvel, I'm like, well, I don't know who the hell this is.
Yeah.
And that was just one thing that I didn't really like. Most of the stuff was like I said, it didn't feel like I missed out on a lot from not watching other Marvel movies. Yeah. But because it could stand on its own, but I think that was the only thing that I was like.
And that's understandable, like how you're saying it from a person that's not like a big like Marvel comic.
Yeah.
You walking into perspective, like how am I supposed to know that is? And that's understandable. I wish they could have maybe done a flashback or
done a quick flashback, a connection with something to kind of like tell me who she is.
She's like, oh okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. So I could see where that's like a little downside.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't choose that because I already know.
Yeah, you already know who she is.
Marvel and stuff like that, kind of reading her little backstory and kind of like, okay, after watching the movie, like I go back and read about her and stuff. So
which one was your favorite scene?
Ooh, my favorite scene.
You had to pick one scene out of the whole thing.
It has to be one.
One, just
damn.
One. Yeah.
There's like I think.
Yeah, like I like the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole movie, bro. That's like the whole thing. I think. Wait, like like favorite. Can I say like? Because there's a couple, bro.
It's just if you had to pick one. If you had to pick one.
I think the last part.
The last part where
they're holding hands. They're holding hands.
Oh, and they're grabbing onto
and like you see the flashback, and you see Wolverine. He's like, "Oh, I am the X-Men."
Yeah.
And then he's like, or not X, like he's X-Men. Yeah. And then Deadpool kind of like seeing his ex-girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, I want Vanessa and this and that." They're both like, I would say like a redemption for both of them.
Yeah.
They're both living up to their true hero. Because Wolverine in his universe, I guess he was like just a.
Yeah, he was like a bum or something,
right?
Or
he was just a failure to his earth,
I think they said that he did something also that caused
the X-Men to be all killed and stuff. Yeah, so I think his redemption and plus Deadpool, because throughout the movie, he was trying to find his meaning of who he was. He was trying to join the Avengers in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I
guess that's true.
They turned him down, so that kind of like made his confidence kind of just be like, kind of lazy.
He was working a regular ass job.
Job, and he wanted to be one of the Avengers. And I guess when he got turned down, he had kind of his confidence boost kind of went downhill after that.
Yeah.
Even there's a part where like the girlfriend's trying to cheer him up and say, "Well, you never got up after they turned you down." So that kind of shows you like at the end where like the redemption comes up. They become the actual hero
the
of
hero
the movie.
That they were meant to be.
They were meant to be, exactly. Yeah. They serve their purpose. So Wolverine, he's doing his part. He's not saving his universe from what happened, but he's saving another one. Yeah. So he's saving. He's doing his part as a hero that he is and what he was born to be and made to be.
Yeah.
So is Deadpool, and that's why I think they're having that moment of like, this is who we are.
Yeah.
So I think that part really touched
that was
like right here, because it's like,
did
damn.
you start getting tearing up? You're like, oh, they're gonna kill him
here's
again.
the part that I did want to say that I was like, it was the end credit scenes where they show. I don't know if you stayed, where they started showing all the back
Fox, behind the scenes
and then
footage,
the Fox movies of all the other ones that hit right here, because I'm like, fuck, dude, like.
It's
not even saying that like I'm this old, but I'm just
yeah.
like, damn, I remember watching those, and that's come to an era. It's you don't see these old movies anymore. They came out with Elektra. They had the X-Men First Class. They show clips of all the Fox movies, and I was like, fuck, dude. And then with the music playing, I think it was like Green. Was it Green Day? Fuck, I don't want to.
Yeah, I think it was Green Day.
I think it was Green Day. Yeah. And with that song, it was just hitting here home. I was like, "Fuck, dude!"
You're like, "Fuck, I'm old."
We go a long way. This goes a long way. Like watching these movies for almost 20 years, I think now.
Yeah, I think the first X-Men movie came out like 2001.
Yeah, so it's like, you're just like, damn, he's like, and that was a really good way to kind of end the movie with the end credits, is having all the Marvel movies or the X-Men movies and Blade and putting them all together. I was like, wow, that's really nice. That was really, but to me, I'd say like what really touched me and like really got me like fuck was like the ending. There's a lot of like for example like Chris Evans that I wish I could say, but like, to me that I would say that made me think that was like a best part of the movie was that ending where they both knew their redemption. They both knew they were the heroes of the day and stuff. So
so actually, my favorite scene was actually where the Wolverine that came from the other universe is talking with the daughter, his daughter. Where they're sitting at the campsite. And he starts talking about what he did and stuff like that. And I was like, fuck. Like it calls back to like you remembering like this is why he's such a good actor. Yeah. Like this is why they picked him as Wolverine. Not just also Wolverine, but just in general, he's just a really, really good actor.
Very good actor. Yeah.
And it was crazy how he made that scene made me feel like I was back in Logan.
Right?
Again.
Yeah.
Where it was like
his seriousness.
Yeah, the it's like the sternness, and then but so much it's like you can feel the pain behind
what
his
he's
voice.
Going through. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like I felt like I was watching Deadpool at the beginning up until that scene, and I felt like I was watching Logan again. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy how. And then it makes me think like this is why Hugh Jackman is such a good actor, because he could just like turn it on like that and completely shift the entire like he's literally shifting the entire movie from a comedy into Logan for a split second, and then back into a comedy again.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck?
And that's what I liked about the movie. It wasn't just like all like funny. Like there were some serious parts, and you're just like, that's why it was a really good movie.
And not to diss like Ryan Reynolds, but I feel like Hugh Jackman is I don't want to say like also like putting him up on a pedestal, but like I feel like he's on a lot higher tier than Ryan Reynolds
definitely.
as far as an actor.
We're talking about Hugh Jackman here.
Yeah,
Homeboy did more movies, probably like more Wolverine, and we all know him as Wolverine.
Yeah, as Wolverine. Yeah, so but he's done so many other things other than Wolverine.
Exactly.
And Ryan Reynolds has done other stuff too, but I feel like most of the stuff that he does is comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say comedians aren't good actors. They're masters of their craft too. They have to figure out how to deliver these lines
exactly
in a funny way.
Yep.
And I mean, it's hard to translate something that's just words into making it.
Yeah.
Because you can have two people reading the same words, different deliveries makes all the difference.
Yep.
But I feel like if you had to pick like tiers as far as actors, I feel like Hugh Jackman is on like a completely different pedestal.
Yeah.
Where
definitely.
he's like you can throw him into another movie and he could play that character versus Ryan Reynolds is gonna play Ryan Reynolds in the other movie.
Yep.
Yeah. If that kind of makes sense.
I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense.
And but yeah, for sure that was like where it like flicked like a switch for me, where it's like I was watching Deadpool and then I was watching Logan for just that one scene, and then I went back to Deadpool again.
Yeah, because like I see what you're saying, like his pain throughout what he was talking about, and how he's like, "Oh, I'm no hero." Like, he just like I said, his confidence was down.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He had no reason to even help out or even be there. Like he was done.
Yeah.
And then like at the end, like I said, that it built up his confidence boost, and they both were like looking at each other like, "Oh, this is." Yeah, we're doing something good here. You know?
And then so what's the daughter's name? Laura. Shout out to her too. She's a really good actress too.
Yeah.
And specifically for her coming from
Star
being
Wars?
a kid.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars too. She played an acolyte. Yeah, acolyte.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm glad she came on in Wolverine.
They canceled that shit after the
first
season.
Saying, like, so I'm glad she's back with us.
But she came a long way from Logan because when she came over here, she was still the same character.
Yeah.
Like. And it's funny because there's so many years that was apart from this movie and Logan. I don't remember when Logan came out, but
dude,
is it 2018?
2019? Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 years, 5 years, 5
big
years.
Gap.
Yeah. It's a big gap between them, but she was still able to play the same character.
Yep.
I like how she explained to him that she was like, well, in my universe, you were this person.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for you, like I wouldn't, I wouldn't have grown up,
Yeah. So definitely, that was. I would say my favorite scene.
Yeah.
What would? Well, I don't even have to ask you. What would you rate this out of 10? Because I already know.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna be no IGN. I'm gonna say for sure as a Marvel, like I'm gonna say a 9 flat.
Yeah. And do you feel like there's other Marvel movies that are better than this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like, oh, this one was. There were good ones, of course. If you say Infinity War, oh, definitely. You're gonna want to see that, like. But I would say it's up there with that list.
Which would be your 10 out of 10 if you had to pick a Marvel movie?
Ooh.
Like the one that is like perfect for you.
For me, I'm going to say Endgame, bro.
Endgame?
Seeing every Marvel character from every movie come out.
Yeah.
And that,
is that the one that they memed where it shows like the enemy ships coming through portals?
That one where it's like, Thanos' army versus, all the Avengers, all the Wakanda, all the, Star-Lord, all of them just all fucking fighting. That, I would say was probably like... Dude, I literally, I've never gotten up from a movie. I got up and I started screaming. I started screaming. I was like, everyone else in the theater too. I still remember that feeling.
I pictured you standing up and clapping and everyone's like, what the fuck is this
guy down, boy.
But we can't see.
No, like I remember everyone clapping. Like my row, the row in front of me, and I'm pretty sure people in the back, because when I got up, I felt them over me. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, everybody.
But I was like clapping, I was like, yes, I would say for me it would be that one. And then, for sure Endgame, Infinity War, and then Wolverine. They're up there. There are some that I'm just like, my movies, but it would be up there.
That way, so actually thinking about that ending scene, it has to be spoilers for Endgame when Iron Man dies. What does he say right before he dies?
I am Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
Would it have been cool if they played the fucking Iron Man song?
Oh, that would, like at the end.
Yeah. They didn't, right?
No, they didn't. Like
because they played the first Iron Man song in the first Iron Man movie.
It was who's a band? Fuck. Isn't it? That's not easy.
It's a Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Yeah.
They played the Iron Man song in the first Iron Man movie, right?
Played part of it. I don't think they played the whole thing.
Yeah.
There was I think it was at the end though.
Yeah. So I feel like that would have been cool to do it for that.
That would have been pretty badass.
Oh shit!
Why don't do this to me right now?
Like how the movie started for the first
with
Iron Man is the one that ended with the last one.
That would have been pretty fucking sick. Yeah.
But I know for your rating, I would rate it also as a non-Marvel person. like an 8.
That's good. That's a good. That's a good number. You know, for someone that doesn't watch.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely, I would never think I would say that. I was like, oh, I enjoyed a Marvel movie because I've seen a lot of the original ones as far as like the first Spider-Man or like the first Hulk.
Yeah.
What was the first Fantastic Four with Chris Evans?
Yeah.
I mean, how many was there with him? It was like 2
there
or 3?
There was 2.
There was 2?
No, it was 2, yeah, because it was just that one and then the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I saw the first one. It pretty much like all of the first ones with the exception of Captain America and Iron Man. I never saw the first ones of those.
Oh, those?
Yeah. I think I stopped after a certain point once they started.
Like
it was like a period where it was like every couple years there was like one Marvel movie
after
and
another.
I don't know where it's like there's like 5 in 1 year. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, and that's what like I was talking about like with one of my coworkers is like back then you would expect 3 Marvel movies within a year.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
It's like once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they went downhill after that, and that's because we had the Infinity Saga with the Russo brothers. Now they're trying to come up with Kamala Khan and
no, what the fuck?
Fuck that shit.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of those references.
And,
and stuff
all
like
that stuff. Yeah, it's just I miss those days where it's just like, okay, fuck, September's coming. We got Doctor Strange, and then in 2 more months, bro. In February, December we got fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. So shit like
that's freaking a million movies coming out.
I'm like getting excited.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go see these movies again.
Dude, no, that's how I was when with my other boy that I used to go with. So
yeah. Well, I mean, people were watching them, so they're like, hey, you guys want movies? We're gonna fucking keep trying them out until people stop watching them, and they're like, all right, well, we gotta fucking chill on these movies now.
Bro, what else would we got?
Because before this one came out, which one was the last good Marvel movie that you would say came out?
Not even a good, but I think it was a show in which it was Loki.
Yeah. And when did Loki come out?
Oh, actually, no, I'm talking about. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was the last.
And when
movie.
did that one come out? Did that come this year?
That came out. I think it was. I don't know if it was after or before Loki.
Was that this year or last year?
That was last year.
Last year?
2 years ago, I think.
Oh shit! So it's been 2 years since a good one came out versus when they were dropping one like every 3 months.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it was, bro.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I mean, that's what I call the downfall of Marvel and Disney.
Yeah.
Is that they churned them out so fast.
Yeah.
That it's like, after a certain point, they started not really caring about quality, and it's more about quantity. Like, we need to release more shit so people can watch.
Yep.
And people are like, hey, well, you guys aren't doing anything new, so it's just getting kind of stale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, if you don't innovate, like with Deadpool and Wolverine, it's like something where like 2 universes collide.
Yeah.
Like, you start getting rid of, I mean, it's just another
Marvel movie.
I mean, it's some of the people from the other one. There's not really that many cameos. Like, I don't need to watch it. Yeah. And so, I feel like, I don't know, maybe they can flip the switch this way. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm still praying against the downfall, praying with the downfall of
You're
Marvel
like, I want
Disney,
them to fucking go down.
Fuck them. Then freaking, there's watch, Disney's gonna assassinate me now because I said that shit.
You can see Mickey Mouse pull up on you right now.
That lady that got killed by the freaking tram bus or something like that.
Oh, I heard about
and then Disney is like, oh, you know what? You signed up for Disney Plus, so you can't sue us. You have to go through arbitration first.
That's crazy.
They're like, bro, that's not bullshit. What do you mean?
I paid the Disney pass.
Yeah. No, I think. Oh no, you know what? I remember what it was now. The girl, she ate, the wife. It was a husband and wife. The wife ate at a restaurant. She had an allergy, and this restaurant, I guess in Disneyland, is specifically known for being allergy friendly. Like, if you have allergies and you tell them, they'll do it. They'll do something that you can eat. And I guess she asked if it was dairy. She has severe allergy to dairy. They're like, oh, no dairy. She ate her food and freaking went into, what is it called? Anaphylactic shock or whatever. Yeah. And even with the EpiPen, she still died.
Damn.
And so obviously, you end up finding out like, oh, well, I was killed by a restaurant like this. The husband went to go sue Disney. And Disney's like, you know what? Nah. And they're like, you signed up for a trial of Disney Plus like a couple years back, and then the fine print, it says that you have to go through arbitration, like pretty much where we go to like a counselor and we talk it out between us.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Instead of like me taking you to court for fucking killing my wife.
What the fuck? All these motherfuckers prepared.
Yeah,
huh?
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of you sign up for Disney Plus and you sign away your rights to a court hearing.
That's great. I'm deleting all my shit.
Yeah, you're like that's a
it's
bullshit,
like
dude.
I got my pass and my life.
Yeah, it's like
fucked.
you got your pass. You freaking down one of the rights. Like your family can't sue us.
It's always a fine print, bro. That's how they get you.
Yeah, and fucking nobody reads that shit.
Yeah.
That's just like 40 pages.
Agree.
Dude. Yeah, and I get pissed off when I have to scroll to hit the next thing.
Yeah,
and so that's why I'm still praying on the downfall of Disney. But I don't know. You guys keep watching the movies, so you guys can watch them. I'm just not gonna watch them. I don't get the services. I pirate the movies.
Yeah.
Even, Deadpool Wolverine, I pirated that because fuck Disney.
You're like, I can give him my money.
Yeah, all the Star Wars stuff. Specifically with the new ones, you guys fucked those up too. So
Yeah, no, we won't talk about that one. Yeah, that one they deserve a fuck you.
Yeah, Acolyte was messed up. Fuck y'all.
That shit was trash. They could have done such a great job on that one.
Yeah, that's why I'm praying freaking Disney go
The only
bankrupt.
thing I think I liked about Acolyte was when they introduced Plagueis.
I didn't even watch it.
Oh,
so,
well, they kind of teased him, and then the fucking show got canceled. And I was like, okay, there we go.
Freaking Disneyland passes are fucking expensive as hell. Well, I hope you guys shut down. Hey, I think Disney.
I hope Universal takes over.
I think Disney owns YouTube, so we're fucked.
Oh, okay. So, hey Disney, you guys are such a good job.
You know
what?
Now that I changed my mind,
you guys are such a great people. We love Disney.
You're gonna be doing the next episode by yourself.
I know.
I'm freaking assassinated, dude.
Guys. So
I'm gonna be like,
I want to make those like sorry videos, like apology videos.
You're gonna start the video going.
So Eric, he's not with us no more.
But that was Deadpool Wolverine. Sorry guys, this episode was kind of long. But,
I love Marvel.
Yeah,
what
this
can I
dude
say?
freaking likes sucking Disney's cock.
Oh, especially Mickey Mouse.
He freaking deep throats.
Goofy and Mickey Mouse.
You hit the Hawk Tuah, you hit the Gok 9000. And you turn around and sit on it.
Yo! No! Not sit on it.
Thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out for other review room episodes.
Yes.
Check out Detective Carson. I haven't shouted that out in a while. Check out Detective Carson. Check out Stop 9401.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye out for Knock 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 coming out in theaters near you. No, not
theaters
theaters,
near you.
I don't got
Disney
that kind of money,
doesn't own that one.
Yeah, Disney doesn't own that one. Keep an eye out for these Regal popcorn. Keep an eye out for these snacks that we're not eating because we're on fucking diets.
And Kirkland water.
Kirkland water. Kirkland sponsor us. Your tequila kind of whack though.
They have wine. They have
tequila now. I haven't tried it, but I've heard that people are actually saying that it's really good. So
that's the off. That's the people, them paying the people to say that.
Yeah, exactly. Keep an eye out for the Blue Room too. Watch those episodes. Laugh with us. I don't know why you guys don't like watching those.
Chill. Come subscribe, please.
Keep an eye out for those Halloween episodes. We got Halloween coming up. No spoilers, but something coming up for Halloween.
Yes.
And then check out the next video.
All right. Take care,
Thumbs
guys.
up. We'll see you guys.